was a 1929 Buckley Oil Pro Model Y, 3050 horsepower, owned by Larry Kimina from Middleville. And if I remember correctly, there's like 45 of those made. First is Model F, 20 horsepower, owned by Ron Nelder and Zach Frederick from Big Rapids. That was Henry Ford's first entry into the tractor business. I don't know if Henry ever put that horn on his 42 Dodge Fire Truck. This was owned by the Buckley Engine Club. It was donated to us by Mike and Lillian Ireland from, I don't know whether it was Cadillac, I believe. The Tilfords are on board. A whole handful of Tilfords. Is that a gaggle? We have a group of Tilfords. Is that called a gaggle? Well, this is a pretty strange looking tractor. It's a 1934 Farmall F12 High Crop, owned by John Weeks of Eden Rapids. And I have a card. I can talk up with this. This is a 1922 white Model 30 Can Lion. Was bought new by the Kellogg Cereal Company, and it has been in his family since the 1930s. Beautiful job restoring that. Thank you for bringing it. 23 Ford Model EGG Doodlebug, owned by Lee Murray of Buckley. As of what, 2 days ago from Buckley? Oh, 3 weeks ago. He bought property here. Now we're stuck with him. I thought it was 2 days ago. What a Doodlebug is a tractor that was a farmer made in the Depression when they couldn't afford to buy. And in World War II when they weren't any, they made their own. This 1948 Farmall BN, Chuck and Brenda Hicks of New Era. 1946 Oliver Model 60, 20 horsepower. Mark Person from Kingsley. 1941 John Deere HN, which means it's the narrow version. Joey Mukta from Music. 1952 Ford Model 8N, 20 horsepower. Mike Labby from Wellston. 1948 McCormick Gearing I4. The I stands for Industrial. Scott Labby of Cadillac. 1942 Case Model VA, 16 horsepower. Jim Byers from Cadillac. 1924 Ford Model TT Truck, 22.5 horsepower. Frank and Julie Holskew of Petoskey. Frank was our club secretary for a long time, and now he's one of our trustees. The 1963 Ford NXA, Dana Bond of Rapid City. Louis Lafreniere on his 1947 Farmall Model A. He's from Traverse City. And Isaac's on board there. Now here's a tractor that I didn't know existed until today. It's a 1948 Crosley, the same company that made the Crosley cars. The story goes that they made these, how many of them? 5 of them? 1947 Farmall Cub. Steve Cook from Durango. 1954 Farmall Super C, Air Springs. 1951 Oliver 66 Standard, Charles McKee from Sand Lake. 1951 Farmall H, Justin Hicks of New Era. 1941 Farmall A, Jim and Mary Olson from Buckley. He's got a one-bottom internet plow. Oliver plow, all right. Was painted red, so I was confused. All right, I believe it. 1930 Ford Model A pickup truck, Tom Grant from Rodney. 1970 John Deere 110, David Van Alstein from Big Rapids. 1967 Berlin Model 1050, 10 horsepower, Logan Fuller of Big Rapids. 57 Chase Model 310, 35 horsepower. John Spencer from the Ford. 1962, Alice Chalmers, Model D17, 53 horsepower. Gary Spencer from Frederick. 1937, John Deere Model A, 12 horsepower. Al and Kathy English from Salt Lake. This must be Kathy. Here's Kathy in a 1952 John Deere AO. O stands for orchard. This is the orchard version of the A. Beautiful job on restoring that tractor, by the way. 1949 John Deere Model B, 20 horsepower. Bill Hayward from South Boardman. 1963 John Deere 2010, 47 horsepower. Steve Hayward from South Boardman. You know this girl there? You know, she's from South Boardman. 1948 Centaur, 20 horsepower. Todd Knudsen, I got it right? Wow. From Hesperia. 1926 Ford Model T, 23 horsepower. Owned by Christy Martin and John Horseshoe, Harbor Springs. Hey, did they got a Ruba horn, John? 1944 John Deere Model B, 18 horsepower. Bill Petrovka from Forever City. 1942 Alice Chalmers Model B, Rusty Rododoff. Is that original restaurant wheels, folks? Yeah, mine doesn't have spokes. 5 Alice Chalmers Model CA, John Wilford from Gladwin. 1938 Alice Chalmers Model B, Scott and Kelly Polk from Lake Ann. 1948 Alice Chalmers Model G, were made for truck farming and vegetable farming. Gary Powell from Manton. 1962 Case Model 430, Stanley Groner from Kalkaska. 1947 Farmall Model A, Sienna Back Wrap from Grayling. It doesn't say, but I think it's Hopelink. Into 1955 John Deere Model 50, Richard Nickerson from Kingsley. 1969 Oliver 1650 Corvette from McBain. 1939 Farmall C, Michael Leatherman from Kingsley. 1936 Farmall F12, Steve Clover from Bronson. 1946 Farmall H, Lloyd, John Lloyd from Kalamazoo. 1930 John Deere Model B, Jay Grossnickel from Brethren. Jeremy's driving today. It looks like you're expecting rain, Jeremy. This is a half scale of a K60, owned by Mike Frey from Traverse City, being driven by Lee Wicker. Got some whistles? Deere Model 50, 27 horsepower. Dick Grant from Lake Ann. 1970 John Deere 110, 10 horsepower. Corey and Heather Rosa from Lake Ann. 1964 John Deere 110, 8 horsepower. Ryan and Oliver Rosa. 1968 International Cup Cadet, Model 72. Sean Sandra Jewell from Benzonia. 1941 John Deere Model 8. Auto Arlevante from St. Cloud, Florida. 1957 John Deere 720 diesel, Flint Oil from Elmira. Deere Model G, Crude Oil from Elmira. Model WC, 35 horsepower. Ebert March of Interlochen. 1969 John Deere 110. Gary Gatsky from Traverse City. 1957 John Deere 420, 27 horsepower. Kenny Filler of Big Rapids. 1933 Ford Buckley. Stanley B. Cole for Alpina. John Deere Model 110, 8 horsepower. Dave Parks from Lunnington. 1968 John Deere 112. Corey Grosser from Interlochen. 1939 Deere Candyman. Gregory Wilson from Manton. 1952 John Deere Model R. The R was John Deere's first diesel tractor. Joseph A. Harvey from Alaska. 1947 Alan Chalmers Model B. Woody Ulrich from Cedar. 1949 John Deere Model 8. Levi Peterson from Traverse City. This is a model of a 1901 Ford Experimental Keith Walmart from Canada. 1968 John Deere 112. Nathan Martin from Lake. 67 Portland 1250 Austin Dooley from Color Springs. He won the slow race. Then he did slow. 1949 International I-4 Dennis and Deb Anderson from Cadillac. 5 Farmall AV, which is the high crop version. Andrew and Becky Anderson from Midland. 1938 Farmall F12 Dennis and Deb Anderson of Cadillac. They're all involved with the Chapter 11 International Harvester Club that we're hosting next year. 1937 John Deere 820 Oklahoma Ray. It is a 1931 John Deere B. Joe Clark from. I was wrong for 1967 John Deere 3020, 57 horsepower. John Berta from Brethren. They use this to farm strawberries. 1941 Alice Chalmers Model C. Alan Gray of Lake Ann. 1957 Farmall 230. Melinda Luther of Cedar. I just read what they read on the card. 1966 Military Mule owned by Jay Vise from Wisconsin. 1960 John Deere 435 diesel. This was John Deere's last diesel that they made, our last two-cylinder that they made in the States. Michael Palega from Cadillac. They went to 4 and 6 cylinders after that. 1969 International Cub Cadet Model 124 Don and Jean Springberg from Lake City. 1966 International 656 Sullivan Centennial Farm Pat driving. 19 Sullivan Centennial Farm. 1939 Farmall F20 Sullivan Centennial Farm. 1954 Ford Aden Stephen Bryan from Kingsley. 1948 Farmall, that's not the right one. 1944, Farmall M, Kevin Behrens, McBain. 1950, Case, Model DC, Chris Campbell, from all the way from Pennsylvania. 1954, Fortson, Major Diesel, Gary Greenwald from Howard City. 1950, Alice Chalmers, WD, Gene Lagoon from Howard City. 250, John Deere, Pete Femina from Byron Center. 1948, Farmall Cub, Christine Alling from Thompsonville. Every little girl should have a pink Farmall. 7, Farmall Cub, Cameron Alling from Thompsonville. 49, Minneapolis Bowling, UTU, Mark Lawson from Percy. 19th year from Meeson. 1948, that's not great either. It's John Deere Model A. 1948, John Deere Model D, Mark Ray of Williamsburg. 39, Ford Model 9N, the Rowan family from Frankfurt. 15 Ames on her 1970 Case Model 470 from Honor. 1967 Case Model 730 Orchard, Tim Ames of Honor. 1960 Sears Suburban, Gordon Beretta from Ellsworth. He's got a little bitty manure spreader. Never too small to spread it. 1948 Ford and GMC Doodlebug, Dwayne and Mary Newman from Maple City. Just a girl and her watermelon. 1930 Ford AA State Truck, George Newman from Maple City. Well, look at this thing. This is a 1960s homemade multi-use vehicle. Jim Monahan from Chelsea, Michigan. Thank you for bringing that up. Looks like it's got a horn. (1946) Alice Chalmers Model C, Jeremy Weaver from Brant. 1964 Farmall Cub Lowboy, Les Greenwald from Howard City. 1956 Ford Model 800, William from Northport. 1955 Ford Model 200, Frank McCary, Traverse City. 1962 Oliver Model 500, George Hilaric from Kingsley. 19 Model A, George Hilaric from Kingsley. 1948 Alice Chalmers Model T, Gordon Beretta from Ellsworth. 1952 John Deere Model B, Chuck Graves of Hopkins. 1949 John Deere Model A, Mark Archibald from Pennsylvania. 1959 John Deere 730, Ron DeWater from Pennsylvania. 1960 1951 John Deere Model B, J. McKay from Chase, Michigan. Here comes Mrs. J. 1954 Matthew Harris Pacer, Valerie McKay from Chase. 1970 Simplicity Model 728, Douglas Carnes from Cedar Springs. 1967 Simplicity Model 2010 12 horsepower Vance Webster, Brand Ledge. 39 John Deere Model L, Gary Brinks from Marion. 1950 John Deere Model R, Mark Archibald from Barcelona, Tyler's driving. 1956 Alice Chalmers Model WD, 31st horsepower. Barricade from Buckley. 1953 John Deere Model 60, 35 horsepower. Jeff Cade from Buckley, restored by the late Jerry Cade. 1951 John Deere Model A, Ron Cade from Otsego, Michigan. 1947 Farmall Cub, Zach Musselman from Barcelona. 1934 John Deere Model A, Zach Musselman from Barcelona. 1953 John Deere Model 60, Mark Archibald from Barcelona. 66 Case Model 1200, 120 horsepower, Stanley Groner from Calcutta. That has the craft steer on it. 1970 Case Model 1470 TK, Stanley Groner from Calcutta. 1948 John Deere Model M, 19 horsepower, Gary Spencer from Frederick. 1953 Farmall Super M, Lynn Bellinger from Lake Leelanau. 1948 Farmall Super A, Chelsea Martinez. 1936 Farmall F12, Todd Clemondon from Lake Leelanau. From Lake Leelanau. 1952 Ford Model 8N, 23 horsepower, Jeremy Weiss from Calcutta. Richard Ignatowski on a 1937 McCormick Deering W30 from Wayland. 53